Hello and welcome, Essex County College family. This is a virtual cafe powered by Student Life and Activities. Today's episode number 97 is our spring 2023 update with Student Government Association. Our current e-board administration of student government has been putting in the work this semester for real. They have a lot of endeavors and things they've been working on this semester. Some of you may be aware of the stuff they've been doing across campus, and some of you may not be. So the purpose of today's episode is to have a public record of all the awesome things that your Student Government Association has been doing for you during the spring 2023 semester. Let me get the spring 2023 e-board up on screen with us, and then we're going to ask them some questions. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us, SGA. We have with us today Miss Laela
Lawal, the Secretary of Student Government Association. Hey, Laela, how you doing? All right.
I'm good.
Nice. We have with us the Vice President of Student Government Association, Dami. Dami, what's up?
Good.
Nice. And of course, the Mayor, the Parliamentarian of Student Government Association, the one and only Mr. Zach Miller. Zach, what's good, man? All right. I know you said hi. You were on mute, though. You're on mute. So, student government is a club I advise. Wow. It's been a hell of a semester. I'm allowed to say hell. So I've had so much fun with our Student Government Association this semester, and they're really making a lot of work for themselves. It's important work, though, and they're really doing a fantastic job across campus, and have a lot of different initiatives and projects they've been working on this semester. And I just want them to highlight some of those activities they've been working on, because I know amidst the hustle and bustle of our A to B lives of, going to work and school and taking care of our families and stuff like that, sometimes the good deeds and strides that others make go unnoticed. So I wanted to make sure that the efforts that student government makes don't go unnoticed, because it's been some pretty awesome stuff they've been working on this semester. So let's just jump right in. Student government, hope you're all doing well. Let's start with Laela. Laela, it's not a hard question. Tell me something about student government this semester that maybe other people don't know about. One thing, just tell me one little tidbit about student government. What did you guys do that maybe people don't know about this semester?
We had the headshot event in March.
What's that?
And we gave free headshots to everybody in the multi-purpose room in the main building.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Zach Miller. What is your favorite, whatever you think is the most important, most valuable, or something that your fellow students might not know that SGA accomplished this year?
So, okay, it's not echoing. All right, good. Yeah, I think it was the meetings with the president, because they actually may be somewhat successful. Well, apparently not, based on the recent Board of Trustee decision. But up until then, they feel like the president has been relatively responsive. So I think that's also been teaching us how to prepare better reports. And we've been meeting more of the fifth and sixth floor people. So I think it's laying the groundwork for the next SGA to have an even better relationship and to actually be able to get things done more directly with the president.
Excellent. And Dami, of all the things that SGA has worked on this semester, what's like something that stands out for you that maybe a lot of people might not be aware of?
I would say like all this. Oh, I would say all this stuff. I'm hearing myself.
You're good.
Okay. All the stuff that SGA did is equally important. Including the headshots, when it was really successful. People should, because a lot of people did a profile for their LinkedIn, and not everybody really have the opportunity to go outside to take pictures. And also, we had the Women History Month event. So it was Yadira, the president of SGA. She had this panel discussion where she brought up women to discuss their experiences. Most importantly is the elections. I feel like more people showed interest in the SGA elections compared to last year, which is very important. We have candidate for presidency, vice president, parliamentarian, senators, and it's really important for like people to show more interest in SGA than before. And we have more events coming up. We have the Take Back the Night event, which is coming up April 21st. And we also have the at the event coming up, a big sale coming up on Friday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So
Awesome.
all the stuff actually is really important. Even the Student First Fest was important too. Even though we didn't really do much, but we supported the best way we can.
You guys did a fantastic job at Students First Fest. You were out there, you were talking to clubs, you were all the mayor that day, and I was really proud of y'all. You did a great job. Yeah. All right, so yeah, you guys just mentioned a lot of stuff that student government got into this semester, right? The women's history panel, the Dress for Success event, Take Back the Night that's coming up, Students First Fest. You guys did a bake sale, I believe, in February. You guys have been doing a couple sales this semester, doing a plant sale for Earth Day. You guys had a lot of interest, I would say, this year for the cafeteria. Am I right? A lot of people concerned about the cafeteria at Essex County College. All right. So we'll start with Laela, or if any of you specifically want to chime in, that's totally fine too with me. I'm just going around in a circle. But Laela, what's your take on the cafeteria situation? Do people want cheaper prices? Do they want a better variety of food? Like, what was to explain what SGA did to tackle students' issues with the cafeteria? What part did you have this year, SGA?
Mostly the concerns that we actually had were the prices and the quality of the food, and that was when we started having meetings with the president, because those were like the concerns of the students. And after that, he urged us to actually do researches of other colleges and like their food, their what's that called? Like,
What?
is a kid,
Kitchen?
what do you call DPJ again?
A caterer. Catering.
Yeah, caterers, yeah. And we actually compared prices and like quality and like brought it back to the president.
Okay. All right, so y'all did homework, right? You compared prices from different colleges and stuff like that. And this is all for what? To get cheaper prices for Essex students?
Yes, and better quality.
Better quality food?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Zach and Dami, what are some other things that SGA has been working on this semester? I can't recall all the things you've been doing, but tell us about some stuff. But think about the folks who have not been around this semester that might be watching this video and we're like, well, what did my student government do for me all semester long? And they're just coming to watch this video to see what you did. What are some things? But tell us about the daily life of SGA. Like what was it like this semester for SGA? You guys have a lot of interest in new members. You have a lot of senators that are interested in joining Student Government Association. Like, what's the team situation been like? Have you guys been doing student forums? Are you rolling out there just as like one or two people? Do you have a whole team with you doing it? Like, tell us about all the different kind of activities you've been working with this semester.
So basically, we do student forums every month.
Okay.
Which most people don't know about. And the student forum is not just about what you feel like the school is not doing enough, but it's also an opportunity for you to come and state what you think the school has done in a positive way, and also like highlight anything you think the school needs to like know about. And during the student forum, we started the petition for the cafeteria. We got a couple signatures, and aside from the cafeteria, some people voiced out their opinions, like other stuff they want the school to work on. And wherever we do in the student forum, we put it in front of the president of the school, tell the president, this is what the student want us to do. Please kindly do it for us. Aside from the student forum, we also have the ICC meeting. Being the vice president is the inter-club council meeting, where all the clubs together to discuss about their the event they're doing and how they could improve the student life in the school. And I feel like the highlight of the IC meeting is like a couple of clubs get to know the other clubs that they weren't aware of before. And we also try to look for a way to get more people involved in the school, not just go to school, study. We also want people to know that the college is also fun. Aside from those IC meeting, we based on our teamwork, we work good as a team to make sure the work is being done. And we also have the BOT report, the Board of Trustees meeting, where we go through, we write a report based on whatever we've done for the month and stay in front of the Board of Trustees. And even the Board of Trustees meeting too, we are allowed to voice our opinions or anything we want the board to do for us. And hopefully, the Board of Trustees meeting today, we could voice our opinion about the cafeteria and see if there's anything we could do about it.
Excellent.
We do a lot of things, but I can't really remember everything now. But
It's hard. I got you. I have a question for you, Dami, then. So you're the vice president of student government, but you also have that extra responsibility of you have to chair basically every inter club council meeting. ICC, for you folks at home, is inter club council. That's when one or two members from every single club on campus meets with our student government association about a million different things. But tell us a little bit about ICC. Like this semester, Dami, you asked President Boachi for some money for clubs. Why don't you tell us about how that went? Tell us about what clubs took advantage of it. What kind of stuff did they order? You can, whatever you want to share, go for it.
For the ICC meeting and the funds, I would say we got more funds.
Okay.
But the clubs, like not all the clubs actually submitted proposals. Some clubs did, others didn't. And I would have loved if more clubs like submitted use the money so we could get more funds for the next year. Getting the funds was not really an easy process because it's we're kind of like restricted on what we could use the money for. Mm-hmm. When people hear about the funds, they actually think we're actually giving them the money, but no, we could only purchase certain items for this. We kind of difficult to communicate with the clubs that you don't actually get the money, but you have to like actually find what you need, and the school will purchase it for you, and you're gonna use it for what you want to use it for. And the purchasing process is like something different. Like the school uses different vendors. Trying to find the right vendor for the clubs to use has been, yeah. I'm sure you know about finding the vendor process, and also like telling like trying to like say, oh, you can't, like we had this policy of not reimbursing fundraisers because not even fundraiser, like anything around reimbursement has been so difficult this year. Like clubs can't get something and come back to SGA and say, oh, we did this for example, a bake sale, or we did it for a project, could we get reimbursed back? That has been a difficult process, but I wish we could like get over it for the next year. Like there's a way like, oh yeah, there's a better way of reimbursing clubs. But I would say like most clubs took advantage of it, but other clubs didn't take advantage of it. Maybe next time they'll take advantage of the money.
Hey, you snooze, you lose. You tried. You did your job. You did a fantastic job of it too.
Thank you.
You absolutely well deserved. Laela, what knows as well as I do, because we talk about it frequently, that after this semester, we got to say goodbye to Zach and Dami as they're both leaving us, and it actually is emotional, guys. Don't laugh or anything. I get sad. I get close to you guys for like a couple years, and it's like, see you later, man. We're going to our next college, which is what you're supposed to be doing. I couldn't be prouder of you, but it's sad to see you guys go. So I want to give Zach and Dami a couple like see you later questions to see what you guys got to say. All right, Zach, what are you gonna miss the most about Essex County College?
Well, based on my limited experience with other colleges, I'm gonna say it's probably the diversity of people here. Because honestly, like when I was at other colleges or even high school, I didn't know like any people directly from Nigeria or the Caribbean or any of that. Well, maybe some Trinities, but they don't really count. Yeah, so I'm calling out specifically the people in the room. They're all looking at each other. But I think it's the diversity of people and also just kind of like being able to meet with like people with more of a similar upbringing and like kind of like life goals. Because I feel like once I go to a 4 year, they're probably going to be more traditional students. And I think it's just like not. It's like I fit more into not traditional students. So it's gonna be that. That means you too, Mr. Hutt.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my boy. Thanks, bro. Dami, what are you gonna miss the most about Essex County College?
I would say I'll miss everything about Essex County College. I'll obviously miss my SGA team. I could not get this team anywhere better. Like I would like if I say I'll be the SGA vice president, I'm like, no, that's not possible because I'm not someone that really does others SGA stuff or I'm more introverted. So I really love that when I challenge myself, I beat something that I'm not really used to, and it really helped me. So I will miss the team, and I miss our advisors, Mr. Mr. Graham, Ms. Johnson, everyone, the deans, Dean Bello, Dean Coughlin. They're like you guys are really accessible, and that is really important to us. Like most leaders are not really accessible, and you being accessible to us every time is really important. I guess I'll miss SJ. Honestly, I really miss SJ. Being SJ is really has been good, has been lovely. That is ups and downs, but SJ is the best that happened to me in school.
Expertly put, Dami. That was amazing. Yes, hold her hand. That was amazing.
Like little hearts. Oh,
Yeah. Oh man, you both did a fantastic job. Laela, what do you think? Are you gonna miss these two or what?
It's a no for me.
Oh, what? It's your delivery is what makes it funny. And it's a definite yes, Laela. What? You're gonna miss both of these people. So that's a good question for you, Laela. So this is a tough one, right? You got some serious shoes to fill here. And it's not just as simple as being elected into a position. Like you got other people here, you're elected into a position. It doesn't mean you just know how to do the job. You got to learn it out. You got to do it everything, right? So your SGA election's coming up. No doubt in my mind, you're going to have a new vice president. You're going to have a new parliamentarian. Like, how do you get these people up to speed? Have you dealt with this yet? This is your first term as student government, so you haven't had this experience yet of losing some people and then continuing on with new people, right, Laela, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you plan on doing?
Honestly, I hope to be like the parliamentarian so I could like get everybody in check. But the thing is just like I hope I have a really, really supportive team. And like even when we can like do these things, we still have people to like rely on and make sure we get things done.
Absolutely.
Is Mr. Rob muted?
You're right. I'm muted. All right. So you brought up a good point because you need a team to get this done. And like, for example, right now, and she would agree with us, your current president of student government, Yadira Rosales, without the three of you, she would be very far behind in everything that she wanted to do. So yeah, she is the president of student government, the face, has to do certain things, has certain responsibilities, but vice president, parliamentarian, and secretary, SGA would literally be inoperable. It would not be able to function at all without any of these. So having a president means nothing. You need a full team for a student government station. You need a full team for any type of club, but specifically student government, you need to be run on all cylinders. You need to be firing, ready to go every day. And you guys have done just that. Like I'm privileged to be advisor to student government and game and anime club and music club, but the game and anime, I'm the advisor of game and anime club because I like video games. Music club, I'm the advisor to music club because I've been making records for 30 years. I have nothing to do with the government. I have zero to do with the government. In fact, I'm like almost not anti-government, but I'm like punk rock government, you know? And I'm the advisor to your student government, which I hope that your experience. Is everybody frozen? Oh, you guys are just super still? Oh my God, I thought you all, Jesus. So if you notice, me and Mr. Graham give you guys like a nice like dual leadership thing, right? Because he's got a different leadership style than I do. And mine's like a little bit more like street level, a little bit more like punk rock, where Mr. Graham's is he knows like the book version of it much better than I do. I can't memorize all this stuff. I don't know like official regulations, right? That's more like a Zach territory. But I have no experience with government whatsoever, and they wanted me to be your advisor. And I kind of just I give you guys advice and I advise you. I pretend like I'm a student. So when you guys were fighting this whole thing with DPG and the cafeteria this entire semester, any advice that I gave you was I put myself in the student's shoes and I said, I'm the student. I don't have $8 to buy a salad. I have $5. You know, so that's the kind of data, that's the kind of advice that I give you. You know, you should fight for cheaper prices. You should fight for your students because it's important. You know, food is not the most important thing in the world, but we need it every day to eat and stuff like that. And when folks don't have a lot of money to give, it takes a team. It takes an entire team like all of you to band together, to stick up for what is right, to do the research, to compare prices around different schools like that, and to come up with fair pricing for students based on the geographic location that you're in, based on the economic resources around you. You know, you live in the Hamptons, you're going to pay $25 for a cheesesteak. If it's Newark, that cheesesteak should be like $6. You know what I'm saying? You guys learned a lot of that semester. And I'm really proud of you. And you know, you went across the street and explored more with the caterer to decide if they were charging different prices across the street, and they were. So, you guys were like Sherlock Holmes this semester with that stuff, and your fellow classmates definitely appreciate the hard work you put in. I definitely appreciate it. I'm gonna miss you all hardcore. What advice Dami, do you have for all the folks that are running for student government right now and the election's about to come up? What jewel do you want to drop on these folks that are going to be maybe taking your position?
I was saying do not give up because there are times when things just get like overwhelming. You're like you feel like you're the only one trying to do the job, but don't give up. Like let your main focus, your main goal being for the students. Like even though people aren't there to like help you out, but don't give up being the student government. I would say like always remember like, oh, there are people that don't have the opportunity to fight for themselves. And if I can on behalf of them, so why shouldn't I? Nice.
Well said. All right, Z-Man, what advice do you have for incoming SGA?
All right, sorry, I messed with the audio. I definitely agree with don't give up, but I also think it's really important to like don't forget the average student. A lot of time it's easy to just sit in the office, make our plans, go out and do. Even if we're fighting for the student, I think we need to really interact with the students, if not every week, as often as you can, and let everyone know, like regardless of whether they they think it's funny that you're an SGA or whatever. I let everyone know that you're an SGA and that you're always approachable. It's just kind of put the person first. Or like what is it? Yeah, keep the person in mind. Like at every moment and every decision is just putting students first. Yeah, okay. I said that thing.
Nice job. Product placement. Laela, you're sticking around, so you're going to be able to tell these people, but I want to hear what you have to say anyway. What advice do you have for incoming SGA?
I feel like it's probably just like calling people out when they're not doing their job. Like just let them know they're not doing a great job right now.
All right. We got to give you guys one final question. Okay. Dami, if you had it to do over the entire thing,
would you have still done SGA? Think about it. Think about it. Now that you know everything that is expected of you, now that you know the monthly duties that you have to do, you're aware of all the different events and the different responsibilities you have on campus. If you were to rewind back 2 years and knowing all the stuff that you know now, would you still run for SGA?
Honestly, if I just want to like just be me, I would say no.
So
Yeah.
real. That's so real.
I would say no because I obviously love what I'm doing. I love being SGA. I love the exposure it got me to, but but the struggles is not that easy. The most important thing is balancing SGA with school, job, and the rest of life, which is not that easy. So there's sometimes like I felt like I made SGA more important than school, which I don't really like. Like I'm more of a nerd. I do more of school stuff, but if I'm not being me, I'll do it again, obviously.
Got you. All right. Zach?
Are we saying at the beginning of this semester or the beginning of my entire time here?
Entire time at Essex, man. Now that you know all about Parliamentarian, would you, if you're stepping foot at Essex for the first time again, are you running for SGA, even though you know all of what will be expected of you?
Yeah, I'd have to say, yeah, I'd do it again.
Yeah.
But this time I'm probably going to say pretty much steal all of PTK's members. Like PTK, Union got rid of their SGA. We could get rid of our PTK. No, I'm kidding. But I think it's just we need if I knew from the beginning exactly how everything would turn out, I'd probably focus more on just cooperating with PTK so we kind of build each other up instead of just kind of like, exist next to each other. And I probably no, actually, I had really good professors for my role in SGA because they were able to get A's in their classes while being in SGA and focusing on everything else. So, yeah, I'd say I did pretty much everything went well.
True. Okay. And Laela, you are running for SGA again. But anyway, would you do it all again?
Maybe, maybe not.
All right, we did it. This is fantastic. All right. I want to thank our Student Government Association for joining us today. It's a pleasure to speak to all of you. It's been a pleasure to work with you. I consider you co-workers. I know I'm your advisor, but most of you are smarter than me, man. I'm just going to put that out there. Like, I can't even lie. So it's been a pleasure working with y'all and learning from y'all. And y'all have different culture than me, so that's like a real pleasure of mine too, becoming diverse and learning about all the awesome things that you guys all do. Really, it makes the job that much more worth it for me. So thank you all for coming.
Mr. I just want to say one thing.
Yeah, what's up?
I felt like I wouldn't stay in SGA without your support, so I want to say thank you.
Yes.
Oh my God,
I
you
want
make
to
me
say
cry,
a shout
dude.
out to you, Mr. Odd.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You guys rule. Thank you so much. That was our Student Government Association. I feel a little sad right now because some of them are leaving, and that makes me feel sad because I know I'm going to miss them. But they did a fantastic job for you, the students of Essex, and they are awesome. We wish them well on their next endeavors, Zach and Dami. Thank them for coming today and telling you all about all the awesome stuff they did and all the amazing strides they make, whether it be the cafeteria or whether it be women's history or free headshots for the students. Student government was there for y'all for the spring 2023 semester. Don't ever forget it. And we wish them the best of luck in the future and moving forward. We hope that all of you and your families are doing well during this time. Hope that you continue to stay safe and stay cool because it is getting warm out there. Until next time, take care.